Alex Ovechkin is the talk of the town when it comes to Capitals hockey on NBC Sports Washington. Tonight, the Great Eight gets into a rocket-launching contest with Steven Stamkos and the two-time champion Tampa Bey Lайтинг.
Друзья, приветствую! Это сообщение займет буквально 12 секунд. У меня есть YouTube-канал, где я пытаюсь играть в компьютерные игры и общаюсь с вами про НХЛ. Если вам это интересно, то подписывайтесь на него по ссылке в закрепленном комментарии.
Pittsburgh Penguins. Then last night, or the last game against Detroit, they played much better.
Mantha closing, leaves to the trailer. A blast from Lars Eller that's deflected. A 6'7" defender. Palat gets plastered to the boards by Jensen. 5-on-5 play continues.
To their puzzle in winning 2 Stanley Cups.
And he's usually the fire starter for Tampa Bay. He led the team in first period goals last year. Baravari fires and Vasilevsky kneels.
Can use his wheels, and he's got to continue to drive the net. There he jumps right up into the play, and the Capitals' first good look at Vasilevsky right into the belly, but I love Baravari, I always have.
Big rebound taken through center by Ovechkin off of his 4-point performance on opening night. Kuznetsov finds Ovechkin, the relay to the front, deflected wide. And look at these special teams numbers for these two units a season ago. Two teams with terrific power plays. The Washington power play, Eller there with Tom Wilson, back to the point, Carlson. John Fand on his first pass attempt. A relay from Ovechkin that whistles off the outside of the post.
On the power play, a good opportunity, right side of the screen, none other than Alex Ovechkin. Just skims that net, beating Vasilevsky, but just wide on that play. Sergachev and keep the puck in the zone. You've got to make them play defense.
Point closing in, 2-on-1 with Palat. Palat off the fake to the goal mouth. Stop there. Rebound was loose for a moment.
It can cause problems. Here they are here. Great slide. Timing's everything, and that was Jensen. He threw off that play.
Colton, the man who had the cup clincher for the Tampa Bay Lightning in their most recent win. Maroon and a wraparound to the goal mouth there at the top of the paint. NHL game. He played only 10 minutes in the contest. Kuznetsov breezing in 2-on-2. Kuznetsov drops it just out of reach. It's on him. We've crossed the midway mark of the opening period. No score, nothing, 4-2. Shots on goal. The Lightning love to counterattack. Kucherov to a vacant wing, and then he got cleaned out.
Placing the puck to make each other skate, and they're also moving the puck better than last season.
Down low, Belmar. Beaten to the punch there by Vanacek. Town. Corey Perry going to the goal. Vanacek waiting. Killorn shaking loose from Carlson. Ruda lets it go. Vanacek makes the save. He absorbs that blast.
Trying to tee one up. He got a lot of mustard on this one through a screen. Notice the layers there. Number one, the forward trying to block it. In front of net, Baravari trying to block it. In front of the net, Cirelli trying to get a piece of it. Hard for a goaltender to detect that puck.
Alexa Landeskog and Alan May at the studio tonight. Vasilevsky with a glove save, and Andre will cover this for a whistle.
They call him the Big Cat. He sure looks big in the net, and he's one of the best along the dashers.
Hard hit there, delivered on the wall. Compliments of Tom Wilson.
And Kucherov, and this one along the wall on McDonough, their stud defenseman, and that's why he had a little talk with Maroon as they engaged with one another at their end of their shift heading to the benches.
Alex Ovechkin on the crisscross, leads to Kuznetsov. Tap, tap, Kuznetsov right up the gut. Stick save by Vasilevsky. Help comes, it's LaPierre. Ran right into Schuster. Cirelli hot-foots it into the zone with Stamkos. Stamkos backhand. Denied by Vanacek, and he'll cover. Against the Rangers, right? The Kuznetsov bank to Ovechkin. Kucherov to point. Point tried to return it, and a sliding block was made by Carlson.
Hard to the corner, going for those loose pucks, not standing and thinking, instead skating, and that leads directly to another chance.
Go the other way, turning and burning 3-on-3. Stamkos hits the trailer. Killorn, that rocket that's fought off by Vanacek, and then tucked in on the rebound. The Caps are saying it was in the safety netting.
I'm going to put it in myself. Here's a look at it. Here comes the Killorn shot. It's a chop shot, and it goes high and gets caught in the meshing, or it would have came out a lot faster. And then on the doorstep, he just puts it in. There it is coming down late, which means it hit the meshing. If it hits the glass, it's going to come out in a lot faster fashion.
Cirelli right there to crowd Vanacek, and then off the carom,
And it hit it. Here comes the slap shot. Check it up, coming up and over the meshing and glass, and then it just bounces down late. To me, that means it went into the webbing.
After the coach's challenge, it was determined that the puck went out of play prior to the goal, so we have no goal.
Hedman hits the brakes. Dishes it cross ring. The feed to the front. The high tip play for point. Goes over top of the cage. Closing. Kuznetsov whistled it wide. Another turnover. Ovechkin feeds. Long wrister deflected. Fought off by Vasilevsky. Was overturned after a coach's challenge. Loose puck here, right up the gut. Backhand. Vanacek the save.
Bring the zone. Looked like the Caps had it in control. Faravari reaches for it, then can't clear. And here comes Stamkos trying to go across the seam and then put it 5-hole, but it's quickly closed up. Beauty here early to start the second.
Point. So great at getting into the zone with pressure. Drops it off on the feed there. Great stop by Vanacek. He robbed Hedman.
Here to start the second. Sergachev, nice pass up, and there's the Hedman redirect on his strong side, Joe. That's very hard to do when you're a left shot, to direct that to the net. The second save in front of the net again. It's Palat with a quick turnaround. Palat last year.
Referee tumbling towards the corner. Chernak able to get it out for Tampa. Cirelli couldn't get away, and there's an injured Lightning. It's McDonough behind the play.
Here in Tampa, he's 4. And then you'll see the stick coming around. It looked like of his own teammate. That to me looked like Chernak's stick catching McDonough as 4 players got all wrapped up behind the net. Here comes Chernak, and the stick's going to come in and clip his defensive partner, and that's why he's off for repairs.
Bad luck. It just gets underneath that visor. Just enough. Scary when that happens. As recognized for their lethal shots. Eller crisscrossing with Oshie. Oshie knifing in. Dangles and fires, and Vasilevsky was right there. Dowd wrestling along the back boards. It squirts loose. Hathaway fires. That was erased by Sergachev. Kucherov. Back to Ruda. Wrister punched down by Vanacek for Orlov. Measured there again by Killorn. Rotation play. Hathaway fires. Stick save Vasilevsky.
Cycle to the corner. Watch Hathaway throw it down. Get it right back from Dowd. Look at the 3 guys in white caught above the puck.
Leaving to Andre Palat. Palat didn't dance between 2 Caps as the Lightning completed change. It just snapshot wide there from Kucherov. A rolling puck. Doesn't post his best numbers against Washington.
No, the Caps seem to have his numbers. You know, look at it, 3.70, 897, 409. The rest of the NHL haven't found a way to...
Runner up to 14. Jensen closing in. Lets it go. Pad save Vasilevsky. Rebound there. Hathaway tied up just enough by Ruda.
It's a little tap after that save.
In tight here, chance. At the doorstep, digging for it. Vanacek sprawls across. Makes the stop, and he'll cover.
Here it is right off the draw. They win it, they shoot it, but look at, they get behind the Caps D. That save right there is spectacular. Be able to kick that foot out on Perry. Perry's usually real good in tight. There's the move, forehand, backhand, back to forehand, and he doesn't have the power to propel it past those left leg of Vanacek.
Marvelous flexibility on this. Well up on the play, works out of the corner. Then gets flattened by Chernak. Ovechkin comes running after the big Tampa. That's over top of the cage. Hedman giving himself some breathing room. One hands it along, and Vanacek made the save on Kucherov. Wilson knocked down by Killorn. Yevgeny Kuznetsov pinched along the boards by McDonough. Power play for another 108. Ovechkin one-timer, stopped by Vasilevsky.
And Stamkos, Kucherov and Point.
Closing to the front door, a stick save by Vanacek.
Torn up against the Caps, I would imagine here. Hathaway and company getting involved with Sergachev down low. Punches being doled out by both these teams in this scrum.
Pass back for Dowd had him leaping to gather it in. 5-on-5 play, 70 seconds in the period. Ovechkin closing, fires, he scores!
The blue line, and watch them work to free it up. There's Wilson, there's Ovi coming off the bench, and he just rips it. Hedman a little bit in the eyes of the goaltender Vasilevsky, but it's the way he shoots this puck. Look at him get separation. No, he has separation. That baby through the arm and catching glove. Ovechkin strikes first between Tampa and the Caps. Rocket, and he's on the board again.
The Tampa Bay Lightning. Only Colorado had more second period goals than Washington last year. At the line again! Ovechkin had that one off the post, off the goalie, and they're going to say in.
Here's a good look. Coming right in your living room. Ovi gets the puck, gives and goes, and there it is, backside, and there's the puck. And it did not look from our vantage point that completely crossed the goal line.
Andrei Vasilevsky lunging back. And by that look, you would say it's not completely across the red line. This may give you a better impression.
That's a difficult one. A sliver, maybe.
That quick release explodes off the stick. Does it get all the way across that line?
After video review, it's been determined that the play is overturned. We have no goal. The puck did not completely cross the line.
Braden Point feeds it up top. Chernak switching the point of attack. The long wrister cuffed down by Vanacek. Rebound is loose. Wilson, neat little outlet. As this is cleared down the flank, Ovechkin takes it one-on-one. Great move on McDonough. Backhand off the outside of the goal.
Handed style. Look at him twist the feet right there of McDonough, the veteran D. And there's the backhand. He had not too much mustard on that on his big curve. Once you get a defenseman to cross his legs, you go the other way. And Alex Ovechkin, this is a thing of beauty. Watch McDonough, one of the best defenders in the National Hockey League, and Alex beats him wide.
Chernak a long way from the goal. Skims it wide of the net. Around she comes. Sergachev hatchets and scores from downtown.
Players, it didn't look like Vanacek picked it up until the last minute and it's already behind him. Give credit to Cirelli. He's got Jensen tied up, and there it is, beating him glove side. Sergachev, you take a look. Look at him, the goaltender. He's looking down. Now it moves from one side to the other. And now you see the movement of the goaltender. Then in front of the net, the quick shot beats Vanacek.
And referencing the -7 Sergachev entered play tonight with. Point position, Carlson bombs away. Vasilevsky deep in the paint.
Here's the entry by Hathaway. Then he gets involved with Dow. Then Kucherov and Hathaway go at one another. Both guys go down. Kucherov a little shot trying to get away. And both guys went off to their respective benches. No harm, no foul.
Kucherov glaring at Hathaway, motioning to the official.
What do you mean, 4,000 or 5,000 miles for each team?
Holy smokes. Mantha slithering in there. Follow-up chance just rolled wide. 28 goals in the last 46 playoff games for Braden Point. Perry's in alone, and he fumbled it. Blame me.
Yep, he took responsibility. There he lets him go. He knows it's a mistake. Fortunately for Alex, the puck bounces over his stick. At the end of the play, Alex looks at the bench and says, hey, my bad. I was supposed to have him.
To the corner. Palat there ahead of Dow. Jensen wrister straightening up Vasilevsky. Hagelin fires from the angle, and Vasilevsky has that in the glove. The NHL. Faravari. Uh-oh. Perry off the steal. Stick saved by Vanacek. Hits the brakes at the line. Great look. Kuznetsov right on in. Vasilevsky the save. A sparkler with a blocker. Kuznetsov still with it. Putting on a skating display. Backside look. Vasilevsky gets over on Ovechkin.
Here on this last shift. Here he is welching up the middle. There you see the big waffler of the goaltender Vasilevsky. Here's OV going where the puck is not at, but where it's going to find himself. And it looked like the knob of the stick, the shaft.
The Capitals with some great chances and just another near miss. Towards Washington a few moments ago, Locker.
Yep.
A collision involving Kucherov.
Right leg right there gets sort of extended as Hathaway tries to jump around him. There he is being looked at on the bench, and then moments after that, right down the hallway into their locker room.
When we return to the finds Kuznetsov. Elevates to Carlson. This way, Ovechkin one-timer. Block, rebound. Great chance. Vasilevsky stonewalled Mantha. Thursday. Involved in a really good game tonight in DC. 1-1 with 3.5 to go. Ovechkin cross ring. One-timer flutters. It's gloved by Vasilevsky. Drive on the way, deflected. Sergachev tied it for Tampa in the third. Palat weaves to the deep slot. Hedman fires. Blocker pad saved by Vanacek. Off the wall from Hedman. Nothing there. Kuznetsov starts back with Ovechkin. Alex with a rip punch down by Vasilevsky. On the go through center. Picking up steam. Kuznetsov's in. Fires. He fanned on it. Yevgeny Kuznetsov on his backhand. Bumped by Sergachev. Sergachev knocks him down, and there's a penalty call.
Cross check. Watch his arms extend. There's one. They let him away with one, but the second one to the back of the head was too much. That should have been one there. That should have been one there, and that should have been one. So instead, they got 1 of 3.
Ovechkin. Nothing there yet. Fake of the one-timer. Snapshot looking for the deflection. It went through Oshie. Pulls this to center. Point. Working to the outside. Gets the middle on his backhand. Right up the gut. Stop there. Vanacek was waiting.
Point coming down. There you'll see the wheel being blown by Schultz, which allowed Point to come in. And a pretty nifty backhand doesn't elude Vanacek. Looked like it was going wide. And there it is, but it hit his shoulder actually and then went past.
A stalemate on the draw. Stamkos comes out of there. Hedman trying to get up into the rush and make it a 2-on-1. Stamkos fires. He scores.
He's come out of the gate hot. Here it starts right off the faceoff. Ovi can't catch up to Hedman, but he's being kept to the outside anyways. And there comes the shot right through the crux of the arm and blocker of Vanacek. The faceoff, they win it. They get through the scrum, and now it's off to the races for Stamkos, who was fresh. He wasn't on that penalty kill. So he comes off the bench fresh and ready to go. Speed and an excellent, deadly accurate shot. And Tampa Bay will down the Caps here tonight.